All repairs and modifications have been completed, Seven. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. You go, Sid. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we need. Worry not, Seven. I'll see that your hard work doesn't go to waste. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. Oh. According to my tests, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that this will work. I think it only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... maybe it's better that we remain positive. Seven, I want to thank you for reuniting me with my ship, for trusting in me to develop this plan, for everything. You've helped me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I'm not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing. This feels right. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but I understand. Do I?
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs. To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda.
Yeah.
Enterprise, engage.
Totally from Star Trek. He took his goggles off. I thought he was taking his wig off or something.
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you. Just how long have I worn these damn goggles? Yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all. exactly like his father.
Very bright screen.
Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks.
It's very bright.
Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home. I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pure-blood Garleans have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy, sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come. It would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Sweet. Okay. Looks like we're gonna go fight Garuda. All our efforts, all our travails, all of it was for this. Make ready, Seven, for the end is nigh, be it hers or our own. Howling Eye now accessible. What level is that dungeon? For a trial. 44. So yeah, this is the only guy that can do it. Alright. It'll take 9 minutes. So let's I don't know how far Kurthus is from wherever we are. I think we're technically in Kurthus. Yeah. We'll go grab our class quest while we wait for that dungeon to proc. Head this way. We don't have any new gear, do we? No. I like that wyvern spear, though. Pretty good. Almost there. I don't know this guy's voice either. You grow ever stronger, and I speak of more than just the flesh. You are slowly but surely realizing your potential as an Azure Dragoon. It is heartening to look upon, though I must confess that my presiding feeling is one of relief. You must understand, the mere thought that the Eye would choose an outsider, one who ill comprehends the threat posed by the dragons, filled me with the gravest of misgivings. Yet you have... But I shall say no more, lest flattery impede your improvement. Now, during our last lesson, I enlightened you regarding the origins of dragoons. You will recall how Haldrith heroically triumphed over the great worm Nidhogg, and Ishgard came into possession of the Eye. Tell me, Seven, do you believe that these events truly transpired, or are you inclined to think them fairy tales? I ask you this because few folk have seen dragons in the flesh besides we Ishgardians, and most would as soon dismiss them as products of the imagination. Alas, dragons are no less real than you and I, with Nidhogg perhaps the most real of all. In the course of its history, Ishgard has suffered the creature's wrath on 8 separate occasions. Each time the great worm rouses, the blood of the countless Ishgardians is spilled. Let us revisit the past once more, Seven. The time is 20 summers past, and the place, Dravanya. After a century in slumber, Nidhogg awakened once more to resume his reign of terror. Entire villages were razed to the ground, their inhabitants reduced to smoldering ash. Sensing the great worm's unbridled rage, others of his kind began to rouse, and in such numbers as to blot out the sun with their wings. A deep, foreboding darkness swept over Ishgard. Raging infernos painting the belly of the sky in angry red, the agonized screams of innocents fading into deathly silence. In my station as the Azure Dragoon, I was there through it all, bore witness to all the horrors. But there was no time to offer even a silent prayer. Nidhogg lingered in one place only long enough to lay it to waste. and when he took wing, so too did I pursue him, a man possessed. This game of cat and mouse continued for what seemed an eternity before I found myself face to face with the great worm. The battle unfolded in a tiny settlement on the edge of Kurthus, raging on for 3 days and 3 nights, with neither side able to gain a decisive advantage. Remaining on my feet by sheer force of will, I realized that it must end now, else it shouldn't end well. Marshaling my last ounce of strength, I wagered on all on a single thrust. My lance struck home, burying deep in the ruin of my opponent's empty eye socket. Yet before I could withdraw my weapon, the worm lashed out wildly in its agony, dealing a blow that left me sprawled upon the scorched earth, nigh insensate. In that instant, I thought myself surely doomed. But Halone was not finished with me. Having lost the taste for battle, Nidhogg let loose a blood-curdling roar before fleeing to the sky. The battle was over. While I did not perish from my injuries, they rendered my body unfit to bear the power of the dragon, and I was Azure Dragoon no more. Lying bedridden, my thoughts wandered to all the innocent lives that had been lost, the people I had failed to protect. That last conflict with the dragons of Dravanya left countless orphans in its wake. Estinian is one of them, the sole survivor of Firmdale, the final village to suffer Nidhogg's wrath. With none left to care for him, I did the only thing I could. I took Estinian as my own son, instructing him in the way of the dragoon when he was of an age to learn. Yet I would not have you think me noble. My actions were born not of compassion, but of guilt. My guilt at having failed him. But alas, I have also failed him as a father. For what manner of man did I bring him up to be? A thief who would endanger the life of every one of his countrymen. Aye, you heard me right. All of Ishgard may suffer for his crime. Though we know little and less of the minds of dragons, it is conceivable that the disturbance surrounding his stolen eye will rouse Nidhogg to awaken once more. That his kin have already stirred from their slumber serves as fair warning of that. Time is not on our side. Fortunately, it would seem that you are more than ready to embark on your next trial. Make your way to Witchdrop, where the knight Hustany awaits your arrival. My nation is depending on you, Seven. Good. Teleport up there. And head east. Oh, geez. Oh, good. Ooh. Where is this guy? Down below? He's down below. There he is. Ostine? You are one who would aspire to be Azure Dragoon. Why, you are not even of Ishgard. If you truly possess the power of Sir Alberic seizing you, then prove it to me with your lance. On guard! Mightling. Pretty sure I can attack a Mightling. Oh, geez. Dragon Stir is resonating with the soul of the Dragoon. That strength! I have not seen its like since Estinian himself stood before me. Mayhap Sir Alberic has the right of it, after all. Return and show your crystal to him. I have no doubt he will be pleased. Alright. Oh, good. Time to do battle with Garuda. Who dares intrude upon my sanctuary? Your insolence shall not go unpunished, landwalkers. Preserve. She's huge. As I live and breathe. Over there, look. Eorzea and Kobold prisoners. But why would the Ixal bring them here? Wherefore come you hither, foolish mortals? Garuda, we are come to put an end to your reign of terror. Hear you this blasphemy, my children? These landwalkers would bring me low. You, who are bound to crawl upon the earth, should revere me, for I am the wind. Did we not take to the skies and slip your defenses? We are bound by nothing, Garuda. You think your playthings give you strength? They will not help you here, Landwalker. This is my realm, where none can challenge my supremacy. Struggle though you may, I shall slake the roots with your blood and festoon the canopy with your entrails. Orcs, slay the unfeathered ones. We shall, as an offering to Garuda, they will serve. Leave the Ixal to us, Seven. We shall keep them distracted while you deal with her. Do not fail, Seven. Remember, you fight for the Scions, for Eorzea. This worm would die by mine own hand. Come then, I shall grant you that which you seek. It's a devilish grin. Think this is gonna hurt? It might. Hey, thanks, Zan. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the biddies. You're awesome. Oh, geez. Soon you will see the depths of your folly, mortals. Go get her. Thanks, Polly. Gonna claim first place while I can. Oh. There's no escape, no hope, none. We did it. I think we did it because of the biddies. Now. What? How in the hells? This is my realm. You have no hope here. None. Did you truly believe you could defy a god, landwalkers? My power is limitless, my children legion. They have rendered unto me a wealth of crystals. Their gifts sustain me, their faith empowers me. None save my children will escape the reckoning, mortals, and those who would use my crystals to awaken the rest shall realize the folly of their faith. Then all shall worship none but me, the one true God. Of course, worship. So long as the Ixal keep praying, she will never fall. Then let's stop them. No harm will come to you, my children. I think she's crazy. This is only the beginning, landwalkers. All who oppose me shall suffer for their defiance. Soon, the worms of the forest shall receive my judgment, the desert vermin next. Their walls of stone will not shield them from my tempest. And then will I take my vengeance on the sea of lice. Their wooden boats cannot outrun the wind. Tremble, mortals, for I shall visit you all in time, and all shall be mine, all mine. You, landwalker, you who dared to raise your hand against me, you shall be the first to pay for your sins, not with death, but with your life. You will serve me, landwalker, till your last breath. No, I claimed you. You should be mine. She's very possessive. A little bit needy. Ooh. It's our 6th crystal. What's the last one we need? I don't really know how many we need or what they do. Reminds me of my greedy corgi. Here we go. That's 6 crystals. What happens? All the little slots are filled. We like level up now. We gain our ultimate power. Toys are mine, all mine. You will not play with them. Exactly. What? What are you? What have you done to me? No mortal should possess such power. This is impossible. Oh, we're the only ones left.